Welcome to the Elizabethtown High School Football Preview Show, featuring head coach Tyler Mattingly. Sponsored by Lindsay Keitha Lickna, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, and Give 270. Now, here is your host, Andy Gaines, and Coach Tyler Mattingly.
Good evening. Welcome to the Elizabethtown High School Football Coaches Show. My name's Andy Gaines. I'm here with Coach Mattingly. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
It's playoff time.
Hey, best time of the year.
There you go. There you go. I can't believe we are at the end of the regular season.
That's right.
And we're into the first week of the playoffs. So, I texted you last week after the big win.
That's right.
And I got a very short thank you, and I highlighted here. It says, "Our kids fought." So we've talked about that all year long. Our kids fought. They fought hard. We came up short, but we fought. We did what we did. But we fought this week, and we got to win.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, we went into that game with a game plan of, on offense, we want to run the football, and I thought we could be more physical than them up front. And I think on defense, in the first half, we gave up some big third and longs, but our kids did fight. I thought that we played the cleaner game of the two games, and I think that really showed on the scoreboard. And also, too, part of that comment was because we had some kids step up. Some kids that honestly hadn't practiced that much, and just scenarios and situations in the game. We threw a young freshman out there, and he made a lot of good plays. So
well, it's that time of year when freshmen are now sophomores, right? That's what they
I
always say.
I told all of our young kids that. I said, "You're a month away where I'm looking at you different."
You're now a sophomore. So let's talk about the game a little bit. Let's talk about the offense first. How did we do on offense, and who was your big player on offense this week?
I thought it was a collective unit. I thought, we gave Connor Johnson the Offensive Player of the Week, and I thought that he was the most consistent for us as far as just doing his job. He ran the ball downhill. We talked about that in the game. Antonio Kinzer started the game off with a touchdown. Man, that kid's going to be special.
He's a sophomore.
He's a freshman. That's right. Now he's a sophomore. I thought our O-line did probably their best job as far as cutting out missed assignments. So I was probably the most proud of them. I still told them I'd like a few more pancakes on Friday night, but I thought that they did their job the best that they had, and we honestly kind of put it on them to finish the game and honestly to control the game.
Good. So defensively, I know when you win, your defense has done something right, so you got some critical stops. The final score was 29-20, but talk about your defense.
Yeah, I mean, we stopped them in their own red zone 3 times. 2 of them was in the goal line, and then one of those stops was an interception. That was a huge play by Lex. Wildly enough, I saw a signal on their sideline, and it was a signal that I knew because I know that staff and I know that coach. And Lex did a great job of being a smart football player, and we talk about that, and he read the quarterback's eyes. I thought, we had a young man by the name of Zachariah Williams. He stepped up really big for us Friday night. He's a freshman, a.k.a. a sophomore rookie. Yeah. He stepped in. He made a huge play right before half that didn't give them a touchdown, and that kept the game at 14-14. I think if we go into halftime down a touchdown, I think that really puts us in a bad spot. So I thought our kids bowed up, and they fought.
Well, it's always good to win. But it's always good to end your season on a win, especially with a tough season, tough schedule. But a win kind of gives you some energy going into playoff time. Yep. Practice all week. We played Garrett County Friday night, 7:30. So just talk about the momentum from last Friday into this week. What have we seen?
Yeah, we talked about going into last week of finishing how we started. We started the year with a win in Louisville, and I said, hey, my plan is to go down and do the same thing at the end of the year. And I also told them that I thought that last Friday was going to be a really big game for our program because of not only momentum into the playoffs, but two, we've talked about winning the games that we should. And I thought last Friday was a game that we should win, and I thought our kids took care of business the way that we asked them to. But anytime you can go into the playoffs with a win, I think that's huge. I think that's a momentum thing for your kids mentally and emotionally, and I think that should help us out Friday.
And the win makes the ride home a little bit special too.
That's right. We talked about that at the end of practice today. We got a long bus ride.
We got a long bus ride, so about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes over to Garrett County. I've got a good friend of mine that I think does their radio show at the game, Scott Boland. So, he went to Eastern Kentucky with me. But let's talk about Garrett County.
Yeah.
What are they good at? What are we preparing for?
Just an old school mentality, offense and defense. I've told our kids, I said, we've got to be willing to do the right things over and over and over again. And then when it gets a little bit tougher and maybe they just got a 3rd and 1, we've got to be willing to do it again in that next series. And so, that's kind of been the mentality. I also think that explains who Garrett County is. I mean, they're not going to try to fool you on defense. They're not going to try to, their wing tee attack, I think, does give you some things that you have to prepare for. But I think ultimately, we know what we're going to be facing on offense. Coach Hester was a longtime assistant on Chuck Smith's staff at Bull County, and he's running the same exact defense. Yep. And it's the same defense that my dad ran and still runs to somewhat. So I know what to expect. It's going to be, are we going to be able to we're going to have to score Friday, I think, in order to win. Our goal this week is to score 5 touchdowns and to hold them to 3. So if we can hit that, I think we'll
being disciplined, doing the right spots, and
for sure.
Listening to everybody in practice this week, doing what and relaying that to Friday night will
Correct.
be a big key. So,
yes, sir.
Well, we've like we say, we're through the regular season, into playoff week. We do travel to Garrett County on Friday evening. Everybody needs to check out the Facebook page. They did a post today. You've got a QR code for tickets. It's a GoFan ticket QR code. That's the only way that you can get into the ball game is with a GoFan ticket. No passes are accepted. And then just be mindful, there are some special instructions. I would say comparing this probably to Central Hardin High School, they got a little bit of construction going on, so there's some ways that you got to get through special. So just highlighting a couple things, enter through the main entrance at the high school, follow the road construction, first right, which will lead you behind the school, and the parking lots to the left of the stadium. So just be mindful of that. You may want to take a picture of that before you leave. That's or have it to where you can get access to it. So, well, Coach, good luck. I hope we come back and do this again next week.
That's right.
But if not, this has been a great year. I've enjoyed doing this. This is our first time. Appreciate to all of our sponsors. Lindsay Keith Lickna has been a supporter this year and done a great job with the commercials and doing things with the kids. But it's been a joy. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have, and maybe we'll do this again next year.
Yeah. And I hope we're here next week.
Well, good luck on Friday in the first round of the playoffs. We're now going to hear a few words from our offensive and defensive feature of the week.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, Lindsay Lickna, agent, is the 2024 title sponsor for the Elizabethtown High School football. We are so grateful for Miss Lickna's support and invited her to join us for Media Day and to see just how hip she is when it comes to our current slang.
What is Riz?
That's easy. Riz means how I help my customers pick out the best plan for them. No more, no less.
No, it means charisma.
Exactly.
What does bussin' mean?
That's a good one. Bussin' is the quality service the Kentucky Farm Bureau team provides. Real good service.
Can you define cap?
Yeah. Cap means we don't lie, something we don't do at Kentucky Farm Bureau. No cap. Our team will do anything for our customers.
Miss Lickna, that was impressive. Thanks again for your support of the EHS football. As the title sponsor, you are the GOAT.
Thanks. You may not be fluent in teenager, but at least you can have an insurance agent that speaks your language.
All right, offensive feature of the week, Connor Johnson. Hey, Connor, what's up, man?
Nothing much.
Big game this last week.
Yes, sir.
All right, we could actually make a case for you to also be the defensive feature player of the week.
Yes, sir, you can.
There you go. So big game. Let's run through some stats here. Let's see, 15 carries, 94 yards, a touchdown, 16 tackles, 3.5 for loss, and a sack.
Yes, sir. Also had a pick, too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, sir.
Be humble. No, that's a big game, man.
Yes, sir.
And I know Seneca is a big squad. You know what? Are they 5A or
yes, sir, 5A.
Okay? So they come in with an army, I think, of players. How how do you get ready for that, knowing that you've got to play both sides of the ball and the intensity that you put into it?
Man, I just go out there, have one job. I got to execute every play. So, like Coach said, 4 to 6 seconds every play, every single time. Just so 4 to 6 seconds, just got to execute.
Now, you're a senior, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the second senior season starts this Friday night when you guys head on the road for the first round of the playoffs. Talk about what's that game mean to you?
It means a lot. It could be my last game, my last high school game ever, or it can go out there have a game next week, and just to have fun again.
All right, as a senior, how do you get the other players ready on that? Because it's a long road trip down there. How do you get them ready?
We just got to stay locked in the whole time, mentally locked, focus, and we got to know our job.
All right, so you were our feature on week 1 and week 2, and we talked about some goals. Where are you on those season goals?
To be honest, I don't know.
That's good because you were so focused on it early on. I think you've kind of branched out beyond those goals. I think.
Yes, sir. I have.
All right, well, congratulations on a great regular season, and here's hoping for a long run in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Connor Johnson, he is our offensive feature this week. Give 270 is in the business of doing good for our community. The local nonprofit is uniquely positioned to quickly and efficiently translate the philanthropic spirit of individuals in our community into effective fundraising campaigns, whether it be through fun weekly raffles or fundraising events like the Eric and Joe Show. Give 270 is making a lasting impact on our community and region. Learn more about how you can help by visiting give270.org. In the meantime, mark your calendars for the Eric and Joe Show presented by Magnolia Bank, November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the State Theater in Elizabethtown. A portion of this year's proceeds benefit Hope Academy for Kids. All right, back-to-back weeks. Our defensive feature player is Darian Bryant. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, sir.
So last week we talked about you having a big game the week before, and you were hoping to have another big week. 21 tackles.
Yes, sir.
I would say that's a pretty big week.
Yeah, it was a big week. It was rough and hard, but just trying to stay going, getting these tackles. So
Yeah, we talked about you running under the radar on teams going into the playoffs. There's no doubt that you are not running under the radar come this Friday night.
yeah. It's gonna be another challenge. We're gonna go down there and play hardest on defense, have a defensive game, keep going. So stack these tackles up. I've had a pretty good season so far. So
yeah, I would say a pretty big freshman season. So how do you get ready for game day? What's your hype music? What's your playlist look like? Taylor Swift?
No, I don't really have a playlist. I go to school, I go to the blockhouse, I eat our pregame meal, and I just think about the game, think about what I have coming towards me, think about what I'm going to do to improve and stop what they're sending towards our defense.
So do you have like a certain food? Do you pet your dog like 3 times? What do you do? Is there a ritual as you get ready?
No, I just get ready. I'm thinking about the game the whole time, trying to stay locked in to the game, so I know what I'm going into, what I'm walking into. I walk into it and I do what I got to do, read my keys, and do my job.
All right, good deal. Well, congratulations on being the featured defensive player again this week.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Youth Football Panthers. Good luck. Go Big E.
Good luck this weekend. Go get the dub.
Go Big E. Have a good game.
Congrats on making the playoffs. Job's not finished.
Hey, congrats, boys. Go knock some heads and bring the dub home.
Hey, let's go, boys. Let's win that championship. Go Big E.
Let's make the E proud. Bring home the shit.
All right, let's go out there and fight hard. Go Big E.
Hey, good luck. Go Big E.
Congrats, young legends. Let's go get the dub. Go Big E.
Even when it gets tough, never stop. Go Big E.
3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th. Hey, big weekend. All right, let's go get some dubs, all right? Go Big E.
Hey, good luck this weekend. Bring home that championship. Remember, it's for the town. Let's go.
Well, we're back. It's that time of the show where we're closing out the show. Tonight, we're joined by John Cecil. John, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
John is with the Elizabethtown Football League. John, tell us what your role is with the Elizabethtown Football League.
Co-head coach for the 5th and 6th grade group, and I'm also serve on the board as treasurer for our youth football program.
Well, it's a wonderful program. I know what are we, in year 3?
4.
4 now? Time's flying. So Why is the program so special for the athletes in our community?
You know, it's special because you can look what it's going to bring to E-Town in the future. To teach the culture and bring the atmosphere at such a young age, and get them to have that school spirit is just.
Well, it's funny. I was. You can see the high school kids from the ads getting behind them, and I know that's big for the little guys to look up to the older guys. So that's a big thing. So we've had a great season. I'm learning tonight the 5th and 6th grade and 3rd and 4th grade are in the championship of the league this Saturday, correct?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about this weekend.
So we got the 3rd and 4th grade. They play at 2:30 at E-Town High School. They'll play the Taylor County Cardinals. Both teams are undefeated. Should be a showdown. The 5th and 6th grade get a rematch. Washington County at 4 o'clock, also at E-Town High School. Hopefully a little revenge game.
There you go.
And hopefully pull out the W.
Well, that's awesome. It's always exciting to have the chance to bring home a trophy, and I know at the 3rd and 4th grade, 5th and 6th grade level, that's a big deal. So that's this Saturday. 5th and 6th grades at 4, and the 3rd and 4th is at
2:30.
2:30, both at the Elizabethtown High School. Be a great afternoon of football. Please come out. You can. I guess there's a gate charge.
$7 gate charge.
Okay, $7 to get in, but. We look forward to maybe seeing some people out there this weekend to support the Panthers. And then one other question, how can our community attend and support the teams? Is there other things? Y'all have fundraisers or anything outside of the actual games?
You know, we had 7 regular season games. We usually host half of those. So between what year it is, we get 3 or 4 home games to attend. Obviously, gate fees help the program. Concessions help the program. We do some corporate sponsorships throughout the season, some raffles. Follow us on Facebook, E-Town Youth Football.
Awesome. Well, good luck this weekend. Let's make it a great turnout for the young guys this weekend after we get a win on Friday night in Garrett County. That's a wrap. Thanks for everybody being here, and we'll talk to you soon. Good luck. Go Big E.